CPI data causes a little bit of whiplash. That's our topic for today's Backstage Pass. Well, stocks are up sharply here at midday. Mortgage bonds are still down on the day, but that's not the way that the day started today. This morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, CPI data came out. This is an inflationary measure. It's the Consumer Price Index, and it was released again at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And this is for the month of September. And the way that the morning started out in the markets was, like I said, not the picture that's painted right now. Headline data for the month of September showed that CPI increased by 0.4% month over month. That was twice what was expected. And it decreased to 8.2%. So the year over year headline number decreased to 8.2%, but that's higher than what was expected as well. It was expected to decrease to 8.1%. The core CPI reading, this strips out food and energy costs. Well, that reading increased month over month by 0.6%, and it increased up to 6.6% year over year. Both of those readings were higher than what was forecast. And so on the minute, the second that the data dropped, markets reacted, and they reacted adversely. Stock markets dropped significantly. Mortgage bonds earlier in the day were down as far as 130 basis points. The 10-year yield was up to 4.08%. But since then, like I said, things have moderated a little bit. Something that could have helped moderate some of that reaction in the market was the initial jobless claims and continuing claims for this past week. And week over week, while these numbers are still low, week over week, we're starting to see a slight increase week over week in initial jobless claims and continuing claims. And that could be one of the things that helped moderate the mortgage bond market. Now, right now, mortgage bonds, they're still down, but they're down about 28 basis points, well above the lows that they reached, again, 130 basis points. The 10-year yield is up 6 basis points, but it's underneath 4%. It's about 3.98% right now at the time of recording. Yeah, today, the national average for a 30-year fixed mortgage, well, it's coming in at around 7.15% today. A lot of lenders priced on that 130 basis point drop on the mortgage bond this morning. A lot of lenders priced there and then repriced for the better throughout the day, even a few times. So again, that what could have been a lot worse as far as the reaction to the CPI data kind of moderated itself a little bit, hopefully, or possibly with a little bit of help from the jobless claims data. Stocks have flipped the script altogether today, and stocks are up again. They're sharply up right now. Now that's all the news that we have for today. And CPI data, this was the data for the week. This is the number one data that everybody was watching. Tomorrow we do have some other economic reports, but they're not quite as heavily market moving. We've got retail sales and some other things like that, but they're not quite as they don't quite have as much of an effect on the market, and definitely not going to be a whiplash effect like we saw from CPI data. So it's all the news that we have for today. Remember to stay positive. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.